Hi and welcome to Makeup440plus. I'm bending over in a weird position so I can show you the dress I'm wearing because I'm just getting ready to go out for New Year's Eve, and I thought I'd do a quick tutorial on my eye makeup. Sorry the lighting's a bit bad, but it is night time, and those of you who follow me on Facebook will know that I'm waiting for my lighting to arrive. So this is the dress I'm wearing. It's very hard to show, but it's just got this belted beaded bust under the bust, very pleated under the bust, and then the lovely sequin shoulders. So I'm just going to pull my chair in, being that I can't edit, and hope that I can do my eyes and you can see. So I'll position myself and I will just adjust my camera just ever so slightly. Now we're all good to go. Alright, so I am still going to have my eyes to do. So I thought that I would do something a bit different. I've already done a burgundy lip and I've got a fairly glowy sort of skin going on, which I'm hoping will show up in this light. I think that might have made it worse, but because it makes it look really reflective. But of course we're going somewhere dark, so it will definitely not look this shiny, but I might leave that light on, hoping that it makes the light better. So I've decided that I am going to be using one of the Wet n Wild palettes. Sorry about the glare. So this one I'm on a roll today because I can't even remember the name of it. It's the Comfort Zone palette. So I'm going to use these neutral tones here, which I just love, but they will give me nice depth with the black dress, and because I've got silver tones on, it's there, you know, it'll just go with the beautiful colours that are in this. So first of all, going in with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I might just turn that light off and hope that it's not too glowy, having that candlelit look, which is probably not giving you a true to colour idea. So we'll do it with the light, please. I'm sorry. As you know, I am waiting for my lighting to come, so that will stop any of these issues happening in the future. And again, still can't edit, so being that I can't edit, I can't do one eye then the other like I normally would and show you the finished look to start with, so which is a bit of a pain. So I'm hoping that you are enjoying these tutorials even though they're not edited, etc. And by the way, if any of you watched me warning my sister yesterday that I was going to physically harm her, no siblings were hurt in the filming of that video, nor afterwards. So I'm just going to zoom in so you can see my eyes a little better while I do my eyeshadow work. So hopefully this lighting's not too bad, guys. I'm really sorry. So as I say, I'm using these 4 colours here. So they're appearing very pink in this lighting, but they're actually not. And if you have the Comfort Zone palette, you'll know what the colours look like. So hopefully that will help. And I have a hair stuck to my lip. Why is it whenever you are in a hurry, nothing ever goes to plan? Ever. Don't know why. And why I decided to do this is also beyond my imagination. First thing I'm going to do is something a bit bizarre. I'm going to use one of my Urban Decay 24/7 pencils. This one is in Junkie, and I am just going to ensure that it's warmed up on the back of my hand and do my tight line and waterline with this. I just want the green just to give a bit of lift to the neutral tones that I'll be wearing on my eye. And it's a very complementary tone to the tones I'll be wearing, so it'll just give it a bit of, just give it a little bit of oomph, being that it's a nighttime look. So I'm going for a fairly smoky look. And I know I normally use my Sigma brushes, but I love with these Wet n Wild palettes to use my Samantha Chapman Real Techniques brushes. So I've used those a lot actually on my face while I was getting ready tonight too. So and just love them. They're really great brushes. If you don't have them, do yourself a favour and go out and grab some. So the ones I will be using today will basically be these three, and I will be using one of my Sigma brushes because I want it for the corner. So the first brush I'm going to go in with is the can't see, sorry, this brush. I think it's the domed eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to go in with that eye brown, that I haven't even had anything to drink and I still can't speak, the eyebrow colour, which is this lovely goldy tone. So I'm just going to take that all over because my shoes have gold and silver in them, so I just want to warm up my face a little, and definitely taking that into the inner corner and under. As I say, I'm sorry this is so rushed and so last minute, but because we celebrate New Year's Eve tonight here in Australia, I'm hoping that I can get this up in time for you guys who live in the Northern Hemisphere, so it'll give you an idea on a different look and something really simple with a palette that a lot of people do have. So just running that around the other edge. Now I've already done my eyebrows as well, just filled those in, and yeah, so I'm sorry I did skip ahead. Now I'm just going in with the eyelid colour. So basically I'm just going to follow the steps and the colours that are on the stamped into the eyeshadow. So this is a beautiful sort of goldy hue, but it's got a hint of peach, I suppose you would say, in it, but they're still, you know, fairly cool tones. So, and I'm just doing that all over my mobile part of my lid with that same brush that I used to do my brow bone colour and inner tear duct area. So I just want something that's going to last all night, that I don't have to touch up. The lipstick that I have on is a Revlon Colour Stay, and it stays on all night, so never have to do anything with it. This Sigma brush that I'm using is the E70, so it's just got this little angle on it, and I'm just going to go in with the defining colour, and it's a beautiful chocolate brown, and I'm just going to run this in my outer V and up through my natural crease, and just building that colour ever so slightly, and of course tapping off any excess, because I have gone to great lengths to try and ensure that my makeup is spot on, so I really would prefer to have no fallout if I can help it. So just blending that sort of about a third of the way. I really find when, like, I'm no expert, but anything halfway just doesn't work. It's either got to be a quarter or 3/4, if you know what I mean, not half. It just never sort of looks right if you do, you know, a half. So as it's a nighttime look, I am going to take that sort of 3/4 of the way across, and just enough so that when I open my lid you can just start to see that depth of colour. However, when I blend it with the transition colour, it'll blend a lot of that out, but that's what I want to do anyway. So just taking this beautiful rich chocolate and doing the same on the other eye, gently blending. Of course, as always, wherever you put the brush first is where you're going to get the most colour. And I do have a bit of fallout. I like this brush because you have a fair bit of control with what you're doing, and it really does pack the colour on beautifully. but it also blends it just ever so slightly, just to give you a lovely look. And it's small enough that if you have hooded eyes like mine, it doesn't destroy the look of, you know, what it is that you're trying to do. So I'm just going to knock off that powder, that eyeshadow powder that's fallen down. Now, taking this domed shadow brush, I can't see because of the light in here and I don't have my glasses with me, so this is another Real Techniques brush. I am taking the crease colour and just putting a really light amount on the very end of it. So I'm just going to place that on the very outside of my eye and just gently, in sweeping motions, start pulling that across. I'm not doing rainbow motions yet because I want to blend and build up that colour, and I don't want to make the colours too muddy that I'm laying down. So once I've sort of got it pulled to the centre of the eye, as you can see, it's sort of blended out that darker colour that I put down. So I'll go back in and do that, and then I just very gently want to do those rainbow motions again right at the end. But I don't want to be dragging the colour and just muddying it, is basically all I can say. And I'll just go back in now and intensify just that very outer V, just to give it that beautiful intensity of that chocolate colour. Then rinse and repeat on the other eye. So same thing, just start from the edge and just very gently blend. I know everybody says that if you pull the skin on your eye that it creates wrinkles, etc, etc, etc. Honestly, smiling creates wrinkles. When you get to my age, if you don't pull the skin taut, you can't get your eyeshadow to set properly. So you really have very little choice but to do this to get a really nice effect on your eyes. So, you know, I'm not killing myself by, you know, not putting eye cream on in my 20s has done far more damage than pulling on the outer edge of my eye now, trust me. I wish I had have known in my 20s, or could have afforded to put eye cream on in my 20s. But it wasn't something that was very popular back then. So now what I'm going to do is go in with this very angled brush and the definer colour, and I am just going to run this really closely and do a fairly sharp line. Actually, I'm not smudging it out too much. From basically my inner lashes, if I'm in shot, would be much more helpful to you. And just making that fairly even and reasonably thick, just to define under my lashes. And then I am going to go back in. I have already curled my lashes as well, but I'll give them a quick redo. So just under my lashes and really close to the lash line, and just join that up. And then I am going to go back in with that green colour from Urban Decay, the Junkie, sorry, and redo my tight line and my waterline. I do like to do my tight line and my waterline first, and that way, if any of it's smudged or moved or worn off, by the time I've done the rest of my shadow, I can touch it up at the end, and I know that it'll stay put for the rest of the night then. So that's it. I am just going to now go in with my fibre lash, because this stuff is absolutely fabulous, and the difference it makes to my lashes is just amazing. So I'll do one eye, and because I am not a big fan of false eyelashes. If you've watched me before, you'll know that. And as I've said when I've used this before, do not poke yourself in the eye with it, because a normal mascara brush in the eye hurts. This is something else altogether. So I'm hoping that in this light you can see the difference between just a couple of quick coats. I know it's not false lashes, but as I say, I don't like them. I don't like to have to worry about them coming off halfway through the night. So do the other side. So I only ever do this on basically intensity 1, because I don't like to do it on the vibrating when I'm doing. Look like I've got a massive shadow under that eye, and yet I don't in the mirror. It's terrible, it's the lighting, so I'm so sorry. Hopefully when I zoom back out again it will be better, and I'm out of frame again, aren't I? My bad. And I just went and put mascara on my nose. Don't you hate that? So sorry for going out of frame. I hope I don't do that too much. There's nothing more annoying than when I'm watching it back to upload it and I'm now getting makeup all over my face. This would end up in a bloopers reel. So I'll just zoom back out again so you can see the finished look. Might turn that light off again and hope it gets rid of. No, it doesn't. I don't know why that's casting such a shocking shadow underneath my eyes, and I do apologise because it is not like that. I'm looking in a magnified mirror and the shadow's not there, so it must be the light. So I do apologise. No, nothing's going to help. So I'll do a quick zoom in so you can see my eyes. So this is the finished eye look. So just using that Wet n Wild palette, smoky eye, really quick, really easy, with the rest of my makeup in really bad light. So again, oops, other way. So again, I am sorry for the absolute appalling lighting, and I cannot wait for my good lighting to come. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope you found it useful. I hope, being that it was a simple, easy to get your hands on palette, that you've got it, or you've got similar colours. It's such an easy, simple look to do with any colours that you want, any quads that you've got. You can do a look very similar to this. So hope you have a fantastic New Year's, whatever it is that you're doing, and stay safe and happy, and I will see you in 2013. Bye.